we go. It's Marky Mark's Tarot. I'm on here very late because I was at my sister's birthday party, and it literally ended about, I don't know, like midnight. It's 12:48 now, and I had to help my sister pack everything up. So I just finished packing everything up. So I'm here for a bit. Just came to say what I wish that glasses had windshield wipers, so I don't have to clean my glasses all the time. Why did I even come on? If you're gonna yawn, Mark. That's hilarious. Yeah, so a meme, like a not a, well, like a saying. What do they call this shit? Anyway, it says being single makes you realize that most of the fish in the sea aren't worth catching. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny. Hell no. What the fuck?
Can't remember what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, that's right. It's 26 is Tuesday. Okay, cool. Hey Ann, what's up, sweetheart? You good? All right. So Tuesday. That comes in. That's good. Mm. Oh, good Lord. Good. Good to hear. I'm on here like super late. I didn't think I was gonna be on here this late, but they said let me at least check in. I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow anyway, so I'm good. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I've had a long day anyway. Helped my sister with her birthday party. Then I just helped her just now pack everything back up. So it was a nice party. We had a good time. Oh, you're a third wheel right now. Oh, okay, I get you. You want to go? I've had many third wheel days. God forbid it's the other way around. God. I don't like third wheels. They get in the way. Or, somebody might get jealous. Can't handle that. I don't like being in a third wheel. Yeah, I try to be. Yeah, I'm sure it is awkward as fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Yeah, I met some of my other sister's friends, the ones that didn't want to fuck me or didn't, I don't know who they are. Just met them today. I met two, well, kind of like two or three people that I didn't know. I know of, but never met. But two of her friends were there that uh, years and years and years ago wanted to hook up with me, but thank God I didn't. My sister's friends were always trying to get my attention, but none of them are worth my time. They're not my type. So it's kind of awkward seeing them, but
They're married now, so it's like, why? Bruh. Yeah, one I was in her wedding with. She's not the one that I definitely not wanted, but her husband is a good friend of mine. We went to school together. So we was talking up a storm and she was jealous. So I told her, don't be jealous. You can have him back now. I only took him for an hour. Calm down. He ain't going nowhere. And she's like, oh, I just want to go home. I'm like, bitch, you were mad from the time I walked in the door. Shut your bitch ass up. She's like she seems like kind of mad, but like I don't really speak to her like that. She ain't none of my company. I don't really like her because she's a hoe. I mean, I like hoes, but not that type of hoe. My sister would be so mad at me if she heard me talking about her. It's like her best friend. But she's my friend's problem. He says that she's a great wife and he met the woman that he's supposed to be with. So I said, hey, well, hers can change. I didn't say that to him, but in my mind I was saying it. But he went on his recently, and I told him that if he needs some work, I can give him some, and he took all the work that I told him. So I'm happy that I got to speak to him, and him and I will be working next week, sometime late next week. We'll be working together. So I got what I want out of him, which is him to agree to do the jobs that I have for him. So that way him and I can do it together and get it all over and done with. I just need somebody to help me. And if we can get it done, we'll get it done. Yeah, that's me. I'm funny, especially on Saturday nights. Yeah, I don't really like people too much, as you can tell. If you aggravate me, then I don't want to deal with you. So like I'm like, yeah, fuck you. But there was another friend of mine I had. I got him some work, and he did work for me and stuff. And I got him like but he's been busy with his own life, and he hasn't been able to deal with me. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is my sign to hire my other friend and say fuck the other guy. So I was like, sounds good to me. It all worked out. It's so crazy how spirit works and how everything just pans out the way it's supposed to. It's fucking nuts. It's happened a lot lately, especially this month. This month has been like a month where spirit's just like, look, it's right here, Mark. No, no, don't look around it. No, no, it's right here, Mark. Look, we got it for you. This is what you got to do. Don't run from it. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe this is my son. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is what spirit's trying to tell me. Go with it. Like, just do it. Just fucking. I'm the type of person like I don't really trust too many people. And I don't like asking people to work with me because I know what I'm capable of doing. I know my caliber of work, and I don't know nobody else's. But when I see their caliber of work, then I'll judge them on what they're doing. You can show me like pictures on your phone. I don't know if you did that. I'm sure you did, but I can't see that shit through a phone. I need to see that shit up front, bro. But don't worry, these eyes, they will see if you fuck up or not. So I'm gonna give him a chance. I've known him for a long, long time. I've known him since I was in school, so he's cool. We'll see. You ready for a vacation for real, for real? Well, what the fuck you waiting for? Bermuda is another world. several miles at sea. If you come here, you'll see Marquis. No, I'm not a rapper. Yeah, I don't trust anybody either. I have a hard time trusting anybody. I don't like people, and unfortunately, the people who have lost my trust, I try not to take it out on the next person, or I try not to make a big deal about it, or like say, hey, Mark, not everybody's the same, just like let it go, don't like feed too much into it. Don't think that everybody's fucked up. And then when I give somebody a chance, they fuck up. And then I'm like, see, I knew I shouldn't have trusted them. I just fucking knew it. And then when I get like that, it makes me not want to trust anybody again and again and again and again and again. Ugh, burping up all that fucking food. Ugh. So yeah, it sucks. Unfortunately, it sucks to to deal with shit like that. But so we're working on it. He said, I'll probably send you right back. Oh yeah, you can't stay forever. You gotta go back home. So, you come here, you do what you gotta do, and then you gotta go back home to reality. And you said you're a vacation, not a staycation. You said you want to go on a vacation. So you can come on a vacation. Send your ass back when you're finished. That's all. It's all good. Yeah, I think it happens to a lot of people. I think a lot of people like just they don't trust people, and I don't blame them. I really don't blame people because like it's so hard to like trust people or to like even um get to know somebody, or you like there's too much frauds and like fucked up people out there. The thing about me is I like as soon as I get that little tiny bit of like a lie, or like something like a lie, or like I feel like I have to like really check the person out and make sure they're not fucking around, or they're not doing something that I don't approve of, or they're like trying to bullshit me, then I'll do something about it. I'll say something, or I'll be like, you know what? I don't need you anymore. Goodbye. Go fuck yourself. So like it all depends, really. So that's what I do now. I just make sure that I don't allow the person to continue to fuck around, or I just don't like let it last too long. And I say, you know what? I let this person in my life too long. I should have got rid of them that day that they did this or the day they did that. So that's why, like, I tell a lot of people that you just have to make sure that you don't fuck around. You don't allow people to screw you over too long, or not at all. So I'm gonna put my buddy to the test. He seems cool. I haven't dealt with him for a long time, but when people go on their own, I like to help them out, give them work and you know, I trust him. He ain't done nothing wrong to me. So until he does, then it will be good. So he's gonna do a couple jobs for me. If he does good, then I can recommend him, get him some more work that I don't do, because he does stuff that I don't do. And that's the only reason why I'm hiring, because I don't do the shit that he does, and he don't do the shit that I do. He don't do electrical. So he says he's gonna renovate something like some condo or something soon. So I told him, I said, yeah, I'll come and help you if you want me to, just to return the favor. But I told him I don't really need no work. I got too much shit now. Yeah, I see that. It's a big dog. It's a Labrador. Everybody loved my dog today. It was like it was like I think 10 people in there. Yeah, 10. And she went in the and I let her in and she went around all the way and she went to a person that she didn't even know. Well, she knew pretty much everybody there except for like maybe 4 people. So she came in and she went right over to that lady. She goes, "Oh, nice. You came over to me first, huh?" And I wanted to say yeah because I was the one. I was suspicious of her anyway. Like she kind of looked at me weird. She probably said, "Who the fuck's this gangster?" So anyway, she went around and went to everybody, smelled everybody, and then came back out to me. She's so hilarious. Oh shit, a Great Dane? Fuck yeah, I was about to say that dog look huge. And that's too big of a damn dog. Coda. These people name their dogs some crazy ass names. Coda, come here. I'm sure he was. He was like, who's this thing? Dogs are like, yeah, look at this girl. I smell a coochie. They know what they're doing. They ain't stupid. Especially male dogs. Male dogs are like, yeah, this is a woman. Pet me. I'm sure he was. He looks big in the picture. Uh, my dog's big too. She's 78 pounds. She's sprawled out behind me. She hasn't been inside for a couple hours now because the party she was outside during the party. Oh, I'm sure he did. He was like, I'm giving you kisses. Come here. He's like, yes, I got some kisses from a new woman. Yes. He's like, yeah, this is my new chick. She let me sit on her, let me fucking lick her face. Yes. She was like, yay, I got kisses. Hey, Miss Bikini, what's the verdict? Power back on? Did you get the generator? Guess what? Let me guess. Hold on. Let me guess. You got your power back and you didn't need your generator. Let me see if that was it. I'm being optimistic. At least I'm trying to. Calling in Marley. Calling in Marley. Marley, where are you? Generators are fine. Even the old busted one is just fine. There's just a short between the inside of the house and the outside of the house to the generator. I bought a new generator for no reason. Fuck. You're not having much luck, are you? I'm sorry, Miss Bikini. That's fucked up. Well, at least you got a new generator that you don't need. That sucks. But the power's back on now? That's my question. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. At least you got a new one, so that's cool. Yeah, I do that all the time, man. Oh, okay, cool. Power's back on. Yay. I'm happy. I'm glad it's back on. Yeah, I'm glad your power's back on. So I was right. See, power's back on, and you didn't need your generator. See, I still was right. I still guessed right. I still guessed right. Thanks, Miss Bikini. I appreciate it. Yeah, I use Palo Santo all the time. The little stick. It's actually right above my head on the little jar thing. See it sticking up? Yeah, but that's only if the power goes out again, right? Which hopefully it doesn't. So you're good. So you're good for now. You'll be fine. Make sure just be cautious and see how it goes. Yeah, I know you're next. You're good. It's only you and Ann talking, and there's some other people here, but nobody's talking. Some people like to stare at me. It's cool. Yeah, hopefully you don't have any more issues. I don't think you will. You'll be fine. The only reason you lost power is because of the storm. So hopefully there's no more storms. It's been storming here all fucking day. It's been so windy. See my curtains in the background? It's still fucking windy. It's been like 30 to 40 mile an hour winds all day. And like every half an hour to an hour it rains. Be quiet so I can see where it's at. Okay, can we ask the cards if I will Have a decent time next week for Thanksgiving. You're going to an island. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Oh, there you go. See that? See that? And you're using my lyrics. That's good. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Washington State has several islands. I never knew that. You taught me something new. See, I don't really know. All I know is I live on the best island. Yeah, I got you. Oh, you did? Okay, good. No wonder my ears are ringing today. People always talking about. All right, so. Well, what I'm getting here is I think that it will be, things will be fine, right? I don't get nothing drastic here or nothing bad. The only thing I'm getting here is like, if you seize the opportunity to make sure everything's okay before you go, then everything will be fine, right? Um, like things are gonna improve, things are gonna develop, things are gonna be fine. Like you might have some like this bad news that you got. All right, man. This bad news that you got about waiting for the generator, buying one, and all that stuff. It's just like it's you're going through these things, but it will improve afterwards. After like this bad luck streak will go away. Um, I think that if you're daydreaming a lot, you know, if you're daydreaming a lot and like thinking about things all day, every day, then that's affecting like the your energy as well. Try not to do that too much. Hey Dan, what's up, bro? But like the overall result I get here is the understanding of these things happen for a reason. Um, but if you cooperate with everything and you cooperate with everyone, then everything will become an understanding and become like a partnership, become like, you know, harmonious, and everything will be, fall into a union, and everything will be, fine. I'm not getting nothing like drastic here. Like I feel like you, because I got the judgment card, so that to me is like, you getting everything you need and do everything happening, being okay. Hey, Justin, how are you, sweetheart? So I think that everything will go fine, but I think it's just your mentality of like, and your worry of something happening. That's like it's focusing on your energy. Oh, nice, Dan. Enjoy it. Let me check some more into Miss McKean. No. I asked if the power is gonna go out from now until the electrician comes and says no. It's not gonna go out. So I'm getting that the power is not going to go out. You're going to be a good widow, and everything's going to be fine. So I got no to the power not going out. Yeah, it went really well. We had a good time. I got to catch up with a few old friends. My sister's best friend is married to a guy I went to school with, so we were good friends. We were pretty close back then, but we got to like reunite and talk. And I found out he went on his own. He has his own like construction business, so I gave him some work, and we're going to be working together next week sometime or the week after. So everything worked out perfectly. Spirit always has a plan for me, man. I'm telling you. I'm so grateful to be grateful and to be being taken care of by spirit. So I love the fact that they help me like that. So I can tell you so many things that happen, and like it's like, how the fuck did this happen? Like how is this even possible? And I told my sister, these things happen. You know why, right? Because spirit made this shit happen. Because there's no way in hell this is gonna happen by a human, because a human can't do what spirit can do. So spirit did this shit for a reason, so they can solve these issues and problems that we have. So it's so fucking crazy how it all happened. But hey, I love it. And the reason it's happening more now is because I believe in it more and more every day. And that's what I try to emphasize to everyone in here. The more you believe, the more you receive. And then as you receive more, you become more grateful and more confident that they are really seriously helping you. But you just have to be, humble, grateful, and show respect to them, and they'll help you so much more than you ever can imagine. So like I can't stress that enough. It's like you have to accept it in order to get it. And once you do, you're gonna be like, holy shit, that's all I had to do all this time. So yeah, it's worked out perfectly. Miss Bikini, let me just check something else for you real quick. Yeah, see, and you got it. And this is what I'm trying to say. And I've been telling you that since the first day you told me that Phil was gone, and you were going through your hard times and stuff, and you always told me that you wish he was around because he did all the things, and now you got to do it. But he's still doing those things, just in a different way. And the more you understand and accept his help, and like, I know you accept his help, and I know you accept it now because you realize it now more and more that it's actually happening. And if you keep talking to him and keep speaking to him, then things are gonna get solved. See how everything got solved for you? See, and everything's happening for a reason. So don't think like, I know that you've had some bad luck here, but look how the luck turns around. Look how everything gets solved. So, they can only do so much and we can only do so much. But at the end of the day, as long as the problems are getting solved, there's always going to be another solved problem in the future. So whenever something like happens that's negative or bad, just remember all you have to do is ask for it to be rectified, and it will be just like that. That's how crazy it is, but true it is. See, there you go. See how everything works out? I'm going to tell you guys a story. Just let me check the cards for you about something real quick. Cards are sticking together. Yeah. I asked if you're going to have a good time on the island and everything is going to go well. And it says you're going to be a hermit. You're going to be on the island. You're going to be there relaxing. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna reflect on things. Uh, everything's gonna be fine. So just be cautious, be discreet. Don't tell too many people where you are. Keep that limited. And I know you tell us obviously, but you don't need to. Don't try not the spirit saying don't tell too many people you're there. Just go and have fun and just relax, knowing that everything's gonna be okay. So it looks like you'll be fine. Justin, you said I had a feather float past me. I was like, wow, thank you, maybe smile. Yep. I still got my big ass white feather right here. I have it here on my desk. Ever since I found that feather, I bring it inside and put it on my desk here to remind me about them. After I got that email from the estate attorney said that I can use the estate money to pay for all of this, I found a feather. See, there you go. Yeah, see? And that's the signs that we get. So let me tell you this story, what happened. I don't know if you guys heard me explain it or whatever. I can't remember if I told you guys or not. So on Wednesday night, my sister comes through the front door and there's a leak coming from the ceiling. And the ceiling has like a bubble in it, from the water. So it came from the tub upstairs, her tub upstairs. The pipe, it has a pipe, comes down and comes into a P-trap, and it goes towards the outside to connect to another pipe that goes to the pit. So the bathtub hasn't drained properly for years. And we've put Drano down there. We've had two plumbers check it, and they said, look, just keep pouring this acid shit down there and eventually you'll unclog and you'll be fine. So a month will go by and it'll be fine. And then it'll happen again. And then sometimes it's really bad where you're like, what the fuck is going on? So for years now, we've been wondering what the hell's wrong with this bathtub drain. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. And we were like getting fed up and we just don't know what to do anymore. So anyway, my sister comes through the door on Wednesday night and there's a leak coming from the ceiling. And it's from the bathtub pipe, guaranteed. So I drilled a hole where the water was coming out of, and more water came out, and I was holding a bucket there and catch the water. It's about 2 gallons of water that was in the ceiling, trapped. So I'm like, great. So anyway, I cut a piece of the ceiling out to get the rest of the water out, and it all came out. And I looked at the pipe, and if you know what a P-trap is, right? On the end of on both ends of the P-trap, there's 2 nuts. So you can undo it and take the P-trap off and clean it. But this P-trap was in the ceiling. So we never knew it was there, and whoever put it there was the plumber. And, he had no choice but to put it there because that's where it's got to go, which is dumb. But anyway, if you're going to put a P-trap, you should connect it without a nut or without takeoff points. So it should be glued the whole way through with 90s, And they didn't do that. And this house is 30 years old this year. It went 30 years old. So it took 30 years for this pipe to magically unscrew and leak. So when I tightened the pipe back up and it didn't leak. So a day goes by and the plumber comes. My friend's company. A guy came here, I don't know him and his other guy. And I explained to him, look, I want you guys to cut this pipe and I want you to put a new one there and I want you to glue it. I don't want no nuts, no disconnect points. So that way it won't ever leak again. No problem. And I said, by the way, I want you guys to check to see what is blocking this pipe from, draining properly. So those guys were like, Um, okay, cool. We'll check it out. So he cut off the pipe and he says there's something in the pipe towards the bathtub. And I was like, he says, it looks like a piece of metal, but I can't really see it because it's like around the corner of the pipe. He says, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to poke it up. And then my worker is going to get a vacuum and try and suck this piece of metal out. That's the only way we can get it out of here because it won't come out. We're trying to, yuck it out, but it won't come out. We don't want to damage the pipe. I said, all right, bro, do what you got to do. So so the vacuum goes on and he pushes this metal thing or whatever it was. He pushes it up and all you hear is clip. He goes, I got it. So I'm curious to find out what the fuck this piece of metal is that's clogging the drain all these years. Guess what it was? What does that look like? It's a Hot Wheels little car. So my nephews, when they were young, many, many years ago, over 10 years ago, because they're 15 and 17. So they were probably like 3 or 4 years old. So it's probably like 12 to 13 years ago. They were playing with this car in the bathtub and it fell down the drain. And no one knew it went in there. So if you look at the car, the metal is still intact, but the rubber wheels are gone, right? And that was blocking the drain all these years. That's why it never drained properly. But we would have never known that that was in there unless this ceiling got fucked up from the water that was coming through a knot that magically got loosened in the ceiling. See what I mean? That shit, like, you can't make that shit up. That's just crazy. So because that pipe because that pipe was loose, the knot was loose on the pipe on the P trap, got to solve the problem, which was this little fucking car inside the pipe that was stuck. And it wouldn't come down the pipe. It can only go back up through the pipe. See what I'm saying? Because of the way the car is. So sometimes spirit will say, well, we're finally going to let you know what the problem is, but we're going to have to give you a problem to solve a problem. So they gave me a leak to find the other problem. And that plumber said to me, oh, this ain't nothing. You found a Spider-Man toy inside someone else's drain the other day. And we had to fish him out too. So some little kid had that little Spider-Man toy. He says it was about that big, bigger than the car, and it was in the drain. They had the same problem. They couldn't figure out what the fuck it was. Then they had to cut the pipe and find it. See? You're welcome, Tanya. Anytime, sweetheart. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And it's all going to work out. That's why I'm telling you this story. That sometimes a problem has to happen to solve another problem. And that's why sometimes we're like, but I'm been so good. I'm such a nice person. I do everything for everybody. Why does these problems happen to me? It's not karma, and it's not like, a bad thing. Sometimes you got to take a problem and say, okay, this problem happened for a reason to solve another problem. or to find the problem. So your story reminds me about my story. My story reminds you about, your story. So see, my sister wanted to get a new bathtub, a new this, a new fucking, whole bathroom just because she says, "Oh, I got to get rid of this fucking tub. It's a piece of shit." And look, there's nothing wrong with the tub. She texted me this morning, right? It's her birthday today, right? She texted me this morning and said, "Guess what, Mark? I just had the best shower ever since I've lived here since the beginning because I'm not in ankle deep water anymore. Because when they used to get a shower, it used to be ankle deep water in there every time, and it never drained properly. So that's why that fucking toy car was in there. And it was probably me that bought him that goddamn toy because I used to buy them all those little cars all the time. And that problem happened and on Wednesday, and my sister was all upset because she's gonna have the party today. And did you know that everybody who walked through that door didn't even look at that ceiling? They didn't even notice the hole was there. They was like, "What hole?" Yeah, look. Like, oh fuck. And then we told them when I got there, we told them the story. And my sister kept the car in a plastic bag to show everybody. So they were like, wow, that's crazy. So, we had a good time. We had a lot of food. Um, Desserts were amazing. Yeah, we had a good time. I got to see, my friend, talk to him and have a good time. So it was nice. She had a good birthday. She was really happy. So it all worked out. Spirit had our back. And I told my sister, I said, see, you were all worried about this stupid hole and this pipe and this, oh, you thought it was going to be a disaster. And it ended up being a problem solving moment for us. A problem that was been there for 10 years has now been solved. And that's how you got to look at it sometimes. Sometimes it's meant to happen when it's supposed to happen. Because who would have known that fucking thing was in there? We can't see in there, unless we had a camera, like a scope camera. But we never thought it was something like that because it never gave us that problem all the time. So what happens is in the drain, the car will go this way, this way, that way. See? So the water will fluctuate it. And it'll float sometimes probably. I'm sure it didn't float too much, but the water probably moved it in angles where it was okay, where it drained fine and it didn't drain fine. So when the water pushed that little car to a certain area, it wouldn't drain properly. And I always wonder why when I put a snake in there, it didn't go like it sometimes it wouldn't work. Because it was hitting that fucking thing. So anyway, the good news is the problem solved and we're all happy. Cause now I ain't gotta listen to that shit. And we probably spent like $500 worth of fucking acid and fucking Drano and Clorox and all sorts of shit. So now we don't have to spend no more money on Drano and Clorox and all that other bullshit and whatever acid treatments there is. So we ain't got no problems. See, it's all good. So now her bathroom is back to normal. She gets to get a shower now, a bath and a shower and not have to worry about the drainage. So it all worked out. Yeah, she got good presents too, and that was one of the presents that she really wanted was that fucking the bathtub to get fixed properly. So it all worked out. She ended up having good luck on her birthday. Because a lot of her birthdays would get messed up. And this birthday was really good. The boys helped her a lot. We all helped her set up the party. Everybody came that got invited. It was good. We had a good time. It was nice. I'm happy for her. She deserves it. She's a good person. She helps a lot of people, and I prayed that everything will go well, and it did. It worked out. She's not as optimistic and positive like I am, but I'm training her to get to that point. She gets too upset too quick. And see, I try to tell her like not to worry, but she's like, ah. She's a Sagittarius. So fire signs tend to, you know, get overly excited. Dan would know that. Spirit is beyond amazing. And yes, life is good. Life is great. And the guy that I wanted to fix my mom's ceiling and this ceiling and do the work, he's been like giving me a run around. And then all of a sudden, I see my friend today and he says, hey, I'm on my own, so I can do the job. I'll take it if you want. I'll just do it. I can't do it now, but I can do it like possibly next week, like after Thanksgiving. So I was like, sounds good to me, bro. I want everything done before Christmas. He goes, oh, yeah, I can help you out. I was like, all right, bro. We're good to go then. So everything's working out, man. I'm happy. Um, I'm really happy that everything's working out. So I'm blessed. God is great. Spirit is amazing. What can I say? That's an ugly urban rumor. Yeah, I know. That's why I like to spread ugly urban rumors. So the reason I say these things on here is so we all stay optimistic and we all stay focused on the big picture, which is our lives can only remain good and stay good if we allow our problems to get solved by spirit, by God, by us, and by anyone who spirit brings in our lives to solve those issues or problems. And if you can understand that and accept it and understand that it might not be today, tomorrow, or the next day, but when it does get done, it's going to happen for a reason. And remember that people aren't just sitting around waiting for your phone call, but spirit is. And spirit will find a way to help you. Just don't, you know, don't think that, you snap your fingers or because you pray every day or because you're attentive to them all the time that they can just wave their magic wand. It don't work that way, you know? But they will find a way to help us and solve our problems. And I understand that more and more and more and more every day. Especially like this year. I've had like situations where I'm like, please God, don't let this shit happen to me. Or please spirit, help me with this dumb shit. Like, make sure like this happens. And I'm constantly asking them for help. Sometimes I feel like I ask them too much, but it's never too much. They want to help. And we don't have one spirit helping us. We have a multiple people helping us. We just don't know it. And we don't know them. But sometimes it's our ancestors, obviously, and our friends and things like that. But every dead person that we know that is in our lives that love us and will take care of us, or that will help us, those are the people that are helping. But yet people have the audacity to say, oh, the dead can't do nothing. So why do you pray to God then? Why do you pray to Jesus? They're nothing. Okay. I got you. You don't make no sense, jackass. So I solved these problems for these idiots that don't understand common sense. I had to solve their own stupidity for them. I can't stand when people say that. When they say the dead know nothing. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. They know everything. And I've proven it plenty of times. So if you ever hear anybody say that, tell them come see me. I'll show them. And if they don't allow me to show you, And that means they're not worthy to know the truth. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. All right, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. I've been on here for an hour. I put in my time. I need to go get my ass to bed. Yeah, you did. Every day is a blessing. Every day, even if it's a problem, it's still a blessing because we're getting blessed with a problem that's about to be solved. So no matter what negative shit happens or negative problem happens, you know, just understand that it's gonna get solved. If you get disrespected or you get like, something like that, it's all gonna get solved. If it's something happens, it'll work. Oh, that's nice, Tanya. What is worrisome is the disinformation. And with that, Dan, I would say that you're absolutely right. But when we get the disinformation, because we know it is disinformation, and when if we find out the truth or we already know and have common sense that it is disinformation, then that's already like the problem solved. Because there's always going to be disinformation and lies. It's up to you to believe it. If you believe it, then that means, you know, it's sad that we believe a lie or we believe disinformation. But if we have the common sense to understand it is a lie or disinformation, then we can move on from it knowing that we don't have to, even though it's annoying and worrisome, but that's another challenge, for us to deal with. That's why we get those things. That's why we worry. That's why we get lied to. That's why we have disinformation, because it's a challenge to see if, they don't, God doesn't want us to let our guard down. Because when we believe too much and we know and we're too confident and we're too happy and we're too like, too much believers, the devil says, no, no, I gotta put an end to this fucking guy. He's too damn well, you know, positive. He's too like, good. So let me throw some challenges at him so I can break his spirit. You know that phrase, break your spirit? That's what they try to do. That's what people try to do. They try to break your spirit and break your like your mentality and break your like, your confidence. So that's the reason why those things happen in my opinion. You know. Yeah. Hey Elsie, how you doing? And that's the reality of it in my opinion. There's always that challenge for someone to like, you know, to get in the way of our positive parts of life. That's why it's always good to like accept the challenge, deal with it, and understand that if I dwell on it too much, then it's going to keep affecting me. If I don't dwell on it and understand that this is just a challenge or just a bullshit thing, and fuck. Yeah, it was my sister's birthday party today, so I'm on like really late. I'm about to leave actually. I'm about to get out of here. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning here almost. So I just came on just to say hello to everybody. But I was at my sister's birthday party for the past umpteen hours. Her party started at like 8 and I was there till like midnight. And then I came over here. I've been here for like an hour. But I had to help her pack up afterwards after everybody left. So yeah, it all went well. I'm just here shooting this shit with Miss Bikini and Dan, Jocelyn. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, so I was assuming that you were busy. Yeah, if you don't mind, because I'm about to go. I need to get my ass to sleep. I've been going on stop. So I'll be here tomorrow though for sure. I'll be here tomorrow night. I'll be here probably early too. So yeah, if you don't mind, I'll do it tomorrow for sure. Yeah, I'm heading off for today. I need to get my ass to sleep. I shouldn't even be up this late. Yeah, my sister is a teacher, and she told my mom the other day because she don't really speak to me like that. But she told my mom that she's been going through hell because she had parent teacher meetings. This break coming up and all this bullshit. So she's been going crazy. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, that's good. As long as you're keeping busy and everything's okay, and that's all that matters, LZ. As long as you're good. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me go get my ass to bed. And good seeing you guys. Love you all. And tomorrow I'll be here for sure. I'll probably be on early. If Marley comes on, I'll probably go on after her. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll be here. All right, take care.